introduce Scott Gessay. Scott also has his master's from SEAS, Electrical Engineering, class of 1988. And he's going to be talking about a company that he was founder of, and that he's also CEO and president of. Goes by 3 initials, FGM, and basically it's an information technology company, something that's close to my heart because all of my 4 startups in my career have also been IT companies. But this one serves the federal government very heavily and provides IT solutions using some very customized and sophisticated software that can improve the efficiency of the entire enterprise, which is not an easy thing to do nowadays. So I'll let Scott elaborate on that. Please.
Thank you. A little bit about my background. I'm one of the few people who pretty much was raised in the Washington, D.C. area, grew up in Montgomery County, Maryland, went to Grutter High School. From there, I went to James Madison University where I studied mathematics. And I got a job coming out of college back in, 1981. And the job market was pretty tough in 81, not much different than it is today. It was a tough market. And it wasn't easy getting a job, but I found a position with a small company and began my career supporting the Navy, doing submarine acoustic research. And I was able to apply my math background and learn a little bit about Fortran programming back in 1981. And back in those days, we worked with mainframe computers, so we were actually doing card decks. So I started off in a trailer, punched cards, went to a computer lab, hit a button, the iron gate would raise up, and I would hand them my card deck and come back in an hour and see how things worked out. While I was at this company, my manager suggested I go pursue a master's degree. I decided to pursue it in computer science and electrical engineering here at George Washington University. And while doing that, I really got a love for programming. And so I took another job with another small company at the time, really more focused on the software engineering side of things. We were developing pretty sophisticated systems, and again, this is mid-'80s, so you have to bear with me, but we moved up to PDP-11 machines and then VAX super mini computers, and all the programming was in Fortran. But what we're doing is focus was on tracking submarines, and this is the heyday of the Cold War, so a lot of sensor data fusion, being able to put this information on a map and deploying it within command centers on Navy platforms. Pretty exciting work, and the company itself was only about 120 people. It was fun, the company was young, we were all programmers, we worked hard, we were mission focused, and we believed in the mission we were doing. So it wasn't uncommon to work evenings, all-nighters at the time, come in on Saturdays regularly and just kind of code and develop capability. And we got to travel to exciting places like Hawaii, London, Portugal, all kinds of cool places, Naples, Italy. So it was a great job at the time. But back in about 85, the company was acquired by a large aerospace company who I really won't name. But all of a sudden, within a year, that culture changed. It changed dramatically. Management changed. It wasn't about the mission anymore. It wasn't about the teamwork, the engineering. It was about kind of the big aerospace kind of guys coming in, and it was about making money and change the culture. And so what me and 2 of my colleagues, we decided that we wanted to try something different, and we made the jump and started our own business. And what we wanted to accomplish, our vision was really to create a company that focused on creating that culture of mission focused, really focused on the engineer, the guys in the trenches who were developing capability, and that the management of the company would grow up from the trenches. And so we started FGM in 1987. It was my last year here at GW, so it was tough times for me. I was working full-time trying to get the company started. I was taking 2 courses each semester, trying to finish up my degree in the 5-year time frame. It took me quite a while to do it. But we did it, and it was, the company is 21 years old today. We're about 250 people. We've stuck to our mission. We've been recognized by Washingtonian Magazine as one of the best places to work in Washington a number of years in a row, by some other publications as well. So I think that kind of testifies to that we achieved what we wanted to build. So it's a little bit of my background.
Congratulations. When you're starting a new business, one of the first obstacles is to raise capital. It takes money to start a new business. It takes less if you're starting a service business than if you're starting a product business. I'd like to, in fact, Elias reminded me of this when he mentioned his millions that he raised from the different sources when he founded TeleZoo. But I'd like each of the panelists just to tell us, did you find the money from yourself in your own pocket, from partners that came in with you, or from outside sources? And outside sources obviously can include venture capital. As Elias mentioned, he went to part of his startup money with TeleZoo. So, Ashok, could you start and just, and we'll go down the line.
Sure. As you said, Adnet, our company is a service business. So we didn't have products or anything. We don't make the hardware or software. We sell it as a service. So we didn't have to raise so much capital. And I was fortunate that when I was still technical, I knew how to do this thing. There was a lot of demand for my service. So the day I quit the job here next year, a lot of people were asking me to go provide the service. So right away, I started as consulting. We just have to put some money in the bank for the line of credit, all these things. So me and my partner put some money, like a couple $1,000 each, and we were billing from day one. We were a very fortunate one, and I was one of the hot commodity at that time. A lot of people wanted my service. Nobody wants it now, but that time, technically, a lot of people wanted it. So I didn't have to worry about that. So I can say that from day one, when I started the company made the money.
Profitable from the get-go.
Yeah, which is very unusual. So I didn't have to experience those.
You can only do that with a service business.
Absolutely.
Although eBay did it. They had a business model that enabled them to do it from the beginning, but it's unusual for a product company to do
yes.
that.
Yes. So mine was not major challenges.
Good. Scott?
Yeah, my experience is pretty much similar. I think back in the time we started our company, we wouldn't even have a clue as how to go out and acquire capital through ventures or private equity or anything like that. So we basically, there's three of us that started the company, and it's the name FGM. I think we each put about $30 into the company at the time. So we were capitalized at $90. A lot of the way we funded the company is not uncommon to what Ashok said, is that we went out and got some consulting gigs because we knew some people and we had some unique capabilities. So we would consult maybe from 7 a.m. in the morning to 12, work on the business side from 12 to 6, and I would go to class from 6 to 8 and then come back that night and work some more. So it's really sweat equity for us, and that's the fortunate thing with services companies. You can do that, but it's hard. I mean, it takes a lot of time and energy, but you have to stay focused on that. But you can do it.